everyone, and welcome to episode 38. Today, Mom is going to talk about how you, as a parent, can identify and cultivate your child's natural interests and gifts. So, we'll turn it over to Mom to share her wisdom on that today.
All right. Well, this is kind of jumping off. We laid the foundation for teaching your child wisdom and having them develop a real foundation in that department in Proverbs. And today we're going to be talking about your child's aptitudes and their interests and talents, and how to encourage and equip them in their unique abilities. So, schools. I was a teacher in first and second grades, and they just kind of have a curriculum, and everybody has to follow that. And of course, in the early grades, just like in homeschooling, you need to focus on basic arithmetic skills, reading, writing, and comprehension, things like that. But as your child grows and they have this good foundation of basic skills, then they start building on that good foundation. And there's different learning styles. You as a mom might retain what you've read. You might be one that hears things and it just sticks in your mind, or you might like to interact with the subject to really keep it in your knowledge base. But your child may be different, so it's always good to have different ways that you're introducing things and encouraging them, or if they're at school, how to help them with homework. We're going to talk about the early teens, mainly the older elementary school age. Your child might be at this point developing an interest in history or science or hands-on skills like building, woodworking, music, art. And it helps a teen if they feel like they can do things. It gave them confidence that they can make cards and gifts for people. Nathan, we got him some tools, and he was able to make some really nice woodworking items that he could sell and give as gifts. And so it's a good thing for teens to feel confident they can do things, and we encourage you to just provide those opportunities. We could tell early on that Michelle had just music skills, and she was learning to play the piano, and we had her teach her siblings, and we saw that she had a real ability with children and teaching the piano. And so she started teaching other homeschooling families their children at a low rate, and she was able to pay eventually for her own piano lessons that we had been paying for. She went on and got a music degree of piano performance, and she had taught for many years, blessed many families, and that was her career until she got married and then went to the mission field and was able to teach the missionary families on the team, their children, when she was there. So you never know where these interests are going to take your child. You have maybe your own observations of what their skills are, and what you think that they would be good at. And that's great, but be cautious there that you don't put your own expectations and your own pressures of areas that maybe you had wanted to go into. Let them decide that. Give them opportunities to develop the skills and talents they have. But, teens are naive. There's a lot of pressure on the culture. They just put a lot of emphasis on sports and music and acting, and so those areas, it's very difficult to earn a living at. We live in Southern California. Hollywood is not far away, and we've seen many people come to this area, even Christian kids, and thinking that they're going to be very successful. They might have had a a drama teacher tell them that they're so good, and they end up parking cars for restaurants. Or very, very few make it into acting. Be careful with that, and if you built their foundation on Proverbs and you can talk with them and discuss these things, that would be really helpful. Especially with your sons, you know, if they're going to be a future breadwinner and get married and have children, you would like them to have not an expectation in a field that has very few being able to make it successfully as wage earners. So that would be good to talk over your sons about. And be careful to put too much interest in areas that bring compromise. We talked about that a little bit for Christians. There are hobbies are nice, but you want to steer them in areas that you feel like they can really be successful. I wanted to share with you some verses in Proverbs 22. A prudent man foresees the evil and hides himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Prudent is often looking ahead and understanding some of the problems and temptations that will be in that area, and makes wise decisions based on what to avoid. And then the next verse, by humility and fear of the Lord are riches and honor in life. So trusting in the Lord with all your heart and not leaning on your own understanding is very important in this area. And it says, thorns and snares are in the way of the froward. He that keeps his soul shall be far from them. So help them know what froward is, resistant to counsel and just wanting to go their own way, not regarding the Lord. So that's important. And the verse that we've undergirded the last two videos, last time and this week, is train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. And just to let you know what a joy it is to see grown children following the Lord. So I'd love to have all of you be able to have that same wonderful blessing as I have, because the Lord is the one that gives you the strength and the wisdom and the creativity to be able to find ways to instill His Word and His wisdom in their hearts.
Okay. Thank you again for sticking with us to almost 40 episodes. And we don't know yet what topic we'll be on next time, but stay tuned for that. And we'll see you again sometime soon.
So long.
Bye.